real nuggets as to what it takes to be a professional. But the biggest thing, friends, has to be your mindset. You got to get your mind right. If your mind is not right, it doesn't matter what I throw at you. It doesn't matter what I give to you. It's not going to be useful because your mind is not right. All right. I'll see you guys back in another 2 hours. We're going to start the day. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye. Real nuggets as to what it takes to be. Well, TikTok again. LionDesk, Coach Pierre here. And it's about 10 o'clock now. I know we talked this morning around 8, and then we talked a little bit again, 6, 8 o'clock, and now we're talking about 10 o'clock. So I am getting ready to go downstairs to my downstairs office, because right now in New York City, there's this type of, I think it's like a tornado watch or some hurricane, some bad weather. So I'm like, I ain't trying to go outside for no bad weather. So I'm going to kind of take you guys a little bit about, what I do, where I go. So I have a couple of offices in my house. But this particular one is my studio. It's downstairs in my basement. So we're going to go side out. Now I'm going to warn you, it's kind of dirty. Okay. Most geniuses' places are dirty anyway. So, so this is my studio. Let me see if I can switch this around here for you guys and see if you could see this. Yeah, so this right here is my studio. You guys are going to see some stuff. Stuff is breaking down here. 1 second. Try to get this down. Okay, yeah, someone's about to fall down. Yeah, but this is the studio right here. As you can see, that's my projector that kind of shoots up there to the screen. We're going to talk about that in a second. Yeah, so, you guys are getting, this is a truly behind the scene. Here's where I shoot my videos. Here's where I record all of the courses that I teach to my agents. That's where the magic happens. As you can see, I'm obsessed with screens. Wires are all over the place, but when you're on the camera, you don't see that. All right, so yeah, so this is these are some of the things that I'm really passionate about here. So these are some of our rules right here. This is the marriage rules. Inspire each other, support one another, make memories, have fun, forgive and forget, laugh a lot, enjoy little things, keep promises. And then you go down to cherish family, have grateful hearts, never give up, listen and learn, do your best. These are the things that, greets me, pretty much in the morning. And then these are some rules for life, dream big, smile often, believe in yourself, be caring, be thoughtful, be positive, be grateful, follow your heart, live unconditionally, respect others, create, explore, inspire, treat others with calm. Those are my rules. That's what it is I live by. So this is my office. And, I'm happy that you guys are just taking around a little trip with me today. I'm going to be dropping some knowledge bombs to you in a short bit. But I just wanted to show you, that I'm just like you. I'm affected with the pandemic. I'm affected with the times that we're in. So we had to get creative. And that's what we did here over at Gem. Let me see if I can show you guys, actually. There we go. That's the name of our company. Love that name. And, maybe I'll talk to you guys a little bit more about how that name came about, what we did, and how we were able to position ourselves. So I'm excited to be here, to be your coach for the day. Go ahead and drop me some DMs. Follow me on Instagram. Today will be a great day. If you have any questions on real estate, any coaching questions you need to get answered, follow me on Instagram. Drop me a DM. I'll be sure to get back to you. So I'll be coming back to you soon, and we're going to start talking about what are some of the things you need to do as a real estate agent to make sure that you recession-proof your business so that you can be successful moving forward. All right? I'll see you a little bit. Talk to you soon. Bye. Real nuggets as to what it... Well, tip top of the day to you, LionDesk again, Coach Pierre here, and let's start dropping some bombs. Let's start looking at some things. Now, we talked a lot about mindset this morning. We talked about how important it is for the mindset, that it doesn't matter what it is that I say to you as a coach. It doesn't matter what I tell you to do. It doesn't matter what CRM you use or what you use to get leads. If your mind is not correct, if you're not in the right place mentally, you're not going to succeed. I want to share with you this story. It's pretty famous, but it's important that you understand this. So, you ever heard of the story about the baby eagle egg that rolled over and it was raised with some chickens? The eagle rolled out and it got connected with some chicken eggs, and the eagle was born, and he would grow up thinking his entire life that he was a chicken. His mindset was that he was like everyone else. So it didn't matter what anyone else said to him. He was a chicken, and that's the only way that he could think. So what happens is the story went on. It turns out that he found out later on that he was an eagle, and then he was able to soar and he was able to fly above everything else. But for the most of his life, he was a chicken. So my thing to you is if your mind is not right, it doesn't matter what I say or any other coach says. You're not going to be as successful as you need to be because your mind is not the right place. You're not looking at things from the right perspective. So the first thing that I teach my agents, anybody that I coach, is that you have to get what we call a mind reset. I need you to think like a CEO. I need you to think like a boss, right? We need to develop some calluses on our brain to protect us from defaulting into that job mentality or that worker mentality and start thinking like an entrepreneur. You have to start taking risks. Like, you can't have these discussions about, well, I don't want to spend money or invest money in this or in that, because when you start having that, that's the mentality of an employee. You're no longer an employee, you're an entrepreneur. So making sure that you have things in the right place and you're set up in a way to be an entrepreneur is important. So the first thing that I want you to do, the first tip that I'm going to drop here for you, as a coach, as a real estate professional, you need to know your numbers. If you do not know your numbers, and I'm not talking about like you ask agents all the time, I ask them, I say, well, what do you want to make? And this magic number always comes up. I want to make $100,000. Okay, that's cool. How are you going to make it? You need to know exactly how many people you need to speak to on a daily basis. How many phone calls do I need to make? Am I going to be running ads? Am I going to be working my sphere of influence? Am I going to be working expires or for sale by owners? What is it that you're going to be doing? I think a lot of agents, they struggle in this department because they jump into the business and they have this type of bumblebee mentality. Bzz, let's go do some ads. Bzz, let's do Google. Bzz, let's go in and call Fizzbos. Bzz, let's do expires. And you're constantly buzzing around like a little bumblebee, and you're not staying in one place long enough to see the fruits. So the first thing is where are you going to go? What's going to be the essence or the heartbeat of your buyers? And you're constantly buzzing around like a little bumblebee, and you're not staying in one place long enough to see the fruits. So the first thing is where are you going to go? What's going to be the essence or the heartbeat of your business? Are you going to work with buyers? You're going to work with sellers? Are you going to work with investors? Are you going to work with first-time home buyers or move-up buyers? Are you going to work with downgraded sellers? Are you going to work with relocation sellers? Here's the thing. Each one of these people that I just called have different problems. And as a real estate professional, you have to become great at solving problems. Everyone doesn't have the same problem. Therefore, your marketing strategy, which we're going to talk about next, can't be the same way for everybody. Okay? So the first thing I want you to know is, what are your numbers? What are you going to do? How many people do I need to speak to make this 100,000, 200,000, 500,000, 600,000, whatever your number is? What needs to happen for that to happen? Okay, so that's the first thing, because what I'm going to do with you later on is I'm going to show you how we're going to use LionDesk to tie a lot of these things in. That's why I love this CRM, because we think alike and they've put a lot of these things in place. So tip number one is, let's get your mind right. I want you to think like a CEO, but the first thing I want you to do is know your numbers. Know your numbers. I want to make X amount of money. I have to make a certain amount of phone calls. I have to speak to a certain amount of people so I can get a certain amount of appointments, so I can get a certain amount of closings. What's that number? That number needs to be right there close to your heart. That if I were to see you on the bus and I say, hey, you, what's your numbers? You can look at me and you can say 55, 25, 10. And only other professional who have been through my program knows how those numbers are. I need to talk to 55 people. After 55 people, I'm going to get 35 appointments. After 35 appointments, I'm going to get me 10 contracts, and so on and so forth. Okay? So, See you on the other one, Coach Pierre. Looking forward to connecting with you soon. Bye. Real nuggets as to what it takes to be a professional. Well, tip top of the day to you again, LionDesk Coach Pierre here, and it's getting to be around 1 o'clock now, so we've been jamming all day. We had a couple of good sessions this morning, and we talked about mindset, and that was really important what we talked about. I want to start talking about, what you should be doing every day as a real estate agent. So here's the number one thing. You need to make sure that when you wake up every single day that you are focusing on lead generation. That's critical. It doesn't matter how great of an agent you are. It doesn't matter how beautiful your company is or how nice your business card looks. If you're not generating leads or having real conversations with real people on a daily basis, you're not making money. So one of the things I love about LionDesk and what they do, and they just recently came out with stuff like this. Let me just switch around the screen here real quick. See this? Is LionDesk have this new thing right here called the ad portal, and you are able to have your custom audiences connected. You have LionDesk Facebook ads. I just saw that just came out, and you have the direct mail component. So right within your CRM, they are focusing on you being able to get leads. Now I'm telling you, I've been around a lot of CRMs, and not a lot of them are really focused on you being successful from the area of lead generation, right? So what I want you to do is to focus when you wake up on generating leads and getting the LionDesk ad portal and start working on the custom audiences and on the Facebook ads and using their direct mail components to generate some business. I'll see you soon with another tip. God bless. Real nuggets. Well, tip top of the day to you again, LionDesk Coach Pierre here, and back with tip number 2. And so we talked about generating leads earlier and using the ad portal, using custom audiences, and we talked about direct mail. I didn't spend a lot of time on direct mail, but here's why direct mail is such a beautiful thing and that a lot of people are missing the boat. There was a time where direct mail, people were like, man, it's going out of style. Direct mail is never, it's dead, because everybody was excited about email. The problem is email has become saturated, right? So now every day that you send out an email, you're competing with, the thousands of emails that people are getting every single day, and they're swiping them off. So, sometimes your message never even gets to them. And if it does get to them, it might get lost in spam or something. So, but with direct mail, how beautiful that is that when you send out a mail now, it's only competing with the other pieces of mail in the mailbox that day. So if you send out a really good piece of mail and it's only 5 pieces of mail they get, well, hey, you're only competing against 3 other pieces, and those 3 other pieces might be bills. All right. So direct mail is still good. It's still great. Now, the feature that I want to talk to you about, tip number 2, is you got to start working on your campaigns. But more importantly, I want you to start working on contact filters. At your dashboard, you're going to see the filters, contact filters slipping away. I think LionDesk did a really amazing job with this feature. My story, some of you may know of it, is, I was able to secure $15,000 worth of commissions because of the slipping away feature, right? Because, on my dashboard, it says, hey, you haven't spoken to such and such in, the period of time that I set. And I happened to call them at the time, and they were ready to purchase. And they were like, wow, I was just thinking about you. Mind you, I haven't spoken to them maybe in like about a month and a half. And we went out, did some business, made some money. So tip number 2 is set those filters up and make sure that nothing is falling through the cracks. Coach Pierre, looking forward to giving you the other one. Take care. Bye.